Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 15th to the 21st. This is for Aquarius and Aquarius rising. And if you are new to my channel, I do a traditional cult cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Aquarius. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're a one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it offers a lot more depth to your reading. So Aquarius, hello, how are you this week? Listen, have you been in your head? You've been in your head a little bit, right? Hey, all this Capricorn energy in your 12th house, the subconscious, have you been sleeping? It's been a thing. I know I have not. I have not. That's what happens when, if you are new to my channel, I am an Aquarius. And it's what happens when you have a stellium in Capricorn and all these planets in Capricorn, especially Mars in Capricorn. But it's also a good time to just have those moments to unroot things, okay? Unroot a lot of things that, that doesn't serve you well. Facing a lot of fears is part of the 12th house. Also identifying hidden enemies, and really doing what you got to do. But let's see what's going on for you this week. This week, Monday, I actually really love this for you. Monday is a great day because the sun is going to sextile Neptune. This is really great. Now, Aquarius, I feel like you're going to really love this day because it's all about the arts on this day, especially with Neptune and Pisces. All right. So there is a moment where you can find a lot of inspiration by going to a theater, by going to, a museum. And I know it's Monday, but, maybe after work, you slip into the nearby, cat museum, whatever it is, whatever you do, Aquarius, you do you. But it really does set the tone for the week. There's a lot of compassion around this, okay? And it really is a day where your imagination could go really, wild. And so really imagining basically the rest of the year or the next 20 years for you, right? Because we're going to get to that in a second. But before we do, the biggest aspects are happening over the weekend, and it starts on Thursday with Mercury sextiling Saturn. Now, I can't even begin to tell you how big of a deal Mercury sextile Saturn is. It is a sextile, so it's not a trine, it's not like a conjunction, but it's still really big. Mercury, the planet of communication, in a sextile with Saturn, which is all about stability. It's all about that long-term energy, right? And so this is really nice for if you are needing to have an important conversation, if you are presented a contract, this is a perfect day to sign it, okay? Remember, Saturn brings that stability, that long-term commitment in it to win it energy. The reason why this is a big deal is because the day after Mercury will trine Jupiter. So Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, prosperity, expansion. All right. So really love this for you. Now, don't forget, Jupiter is in your 4th house. I would not be surprised if a lot of y'all, maybe think about buying real estate or moving into a new place. A lease would be a contract. There's so many opportunities here to be heard, to give a speech if that's your thing. To even negotiate it's a really good time to negotiate as well. But this is a time around this time you may start seeing the big picture, right? Especially on the brink of your birthday season. And you might start having a lot more faith in yourself because the day after that is when the sun moves into your sign. Okay, Aquarius, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Aquarius. This is a big Aquarius season. I can't even begin to tell you how big it is. There is going to be some, there's going to be a point in February, by the way, where we have 5 planets in Aquarius. It's crazy. But let's stick to this week. The big thing that's happening, obviously, the same day as the sun moves into Aquarius and we move into Aquarius season is Pluto moving into Aquarius. As we know, this is one of the biggest, it's one of the biggest deals of the year, if not for the past 20 years, right? Because it has been so long that Pluto hasn't been in Aquarius in about 250 years, okay? 243 to 250 years. I mean, just think the signing of the Declaration of Independence. That is how long it has been. So this is rare. Not everyone on this planet has experienced Pluto in Aquarius. We get to experience Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto, all about transformation, all about power, empowerment, regeneration, moving into your sign. So Are you going to feel your life change dramatically? Yes, 1,000%. Hugely. And we'll talk about this. I'll do a separate video because it is such a big thing in itself, but it really is very transformative. Okay. Very, very transformative. You're definitely going to feel it. Pluto will be in Aquarius, by the way, for, it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn for a little bit toward the end of the year and then permanently move into Aquarius for 2025 for 20 years, right? So essentially the first like half of this year, you're basically getting a preview of what's to come for the next 20 years of your life. Now, Pluto is in your sign, and so it's in your house. It's in your first house. It is all about your identity, the role you play, even physical. I think I mentioned this, and I did a New Year's Eve live stream. If you want to check that out, I talk more about it, but your physical body as well. There could be a lot of transformation in any of those areas, but it's that personal empowerment. I've been saying like this is your Breakfast Club moment. All right, Pluto and Aquarius. Now, this is if you saw the movie, none of those 5 teens, those 5 students that walked into detention, left that school the same person. Okay, they all had their personal revolutions. They all had their personal transformations. They all became the better version of themselves. They came out being the person they were supposed to be, and so they all had those transformative moments. And this is yours. So you would be the Ali Sheedy, of course. Right? Am I right? The Aquarius, that would be the most Aquarius out of those 5. I don't know. You think about it. But let's get started. Okay, let's see what's going on for you, Aquarius, for January 15th to the 21st. For Aquarius and Aquarius rising. If you want to read for your moon and your Venus, you are absolutely welcome to. If you want more insight into those areas of your life, if you know your birth chart. But let's do it, Aquarius. Let's get started. See what's going on for you for January 15th to the 21st. Now, Aquarius, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Culticraft spread. It really does bring the best overview. And if we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers secondly. And maybe I will. Maybe I will. It is your birthday. We are coming upon your birthday season. Aquarius, look at you. Look at you go. Look at who are you? Who are you? There is a sense that you may feel like you're not getting some support this week, but you will. Okay, it's coming. All right, now let's get started. You did get the devil. All right, hey, that's fine. It came up in your past. So again, what did I say? Like from the very beginning, you may have been in your head. You may have been, in a place where there is a lot going on. I mean, you are an air sign, right? You are an intelligent air sign. You are, very future forward. You're always in your thoughts. The devil is everything that you shouldn't be doing. The devil represents like all those things like addictions, bad behaviors, even pessimistic thinking as well. And so even confront working with your shadow side and whatnot. So that is something that you may have experienced and explored, and you even may have had moments where you were avoiding things that you knew that you had to do. There is a sense of like breaking free. All right, the devil is an energy vampire, so something that could have just been sucking away all your energy. All right, to a point where you were just like, okay, things have been really busy and I've been in my head a lot. I gotta break free from this. Okay. And it's even those things like I feel like I read recently, if there's something you're spending 2 hours on or more that you shouldn't be, then you shouldn't. Or something like that. But you get what I'm saying, Aquarius. You're smarter than me. Listen, you got justice in the heart of your spread. That's why I feel like, hey, you're good here. You're fine. Okay. It seems like you are going to be letting go. And, of those things that have been holding you back, if they have been holding you back, things that have recognized, I got to break free. I got to break free from this. It's draining me. It's draining me. It could have been like a toxic environment, and that you may have been in, like a workplace or even like a relationship that you're like, I know I shouldn't do this. Or maybe you're in a relationship where it's not a relationship and it's, I don't know, a friends with benefits situation, right? But you do want a relationship now, right? And so you're like, okay, I got to stop this because I want to manifest this. Either way, Again, you're fine with the Justice card in the heart of your spread. Justice is, it's almost like this week you could be asking a lot of questions like, am I doing the right thing? And a lot of that could be based on the lack of support you may be getting from people, or the lack of support you believe or think you are not getting from people. But there is also the sense of you powering up and just using that sword to cut everything you know is not good for you and moving forward that way. Okay. This is, justice is heavily associated with karma. So it's like you working a lot and with your karma this week as well. But really just, cutting those things from your life where, once this is gone, I'll have a lot more balance, right? In my life, you even see the scale in the judge's hand here. All right. So it's all about taking that action, though. So you have to take that action because, actions do have consequences, right? But equally so, inaction have consequences too. So I want you to take that action. Now, you did get the Six of Pentacles in your challenge area, and this is one of my favorite cards, and this is a card of generosity and gratitude and whatnot. It came up in your challenge area. So again, I'm getting a message that there could be maybe someone that you want support from, you're not really feeling it or they're not giving it. And this is a time for you to have those moments and be honest with yourself. I mean, also be honest with that person if it is a person, because it's coming out for the devil. You see the two people here chained, right? The two people from the Lover's card. Justice, ruled by Libra, the ruler of partnerships and relationships. So it could be a partner or relationship. Now, if that does not resonate with you, it is just something in your life where you feel like not only being honest with yourself about a situation this week, but being honest with that other person and having a lot of truth. I mean, this is all about truth, right? So coming to a point where there is just a burst of truth, okay? A truth bomb. Is that even a thing? But a good one, a good one. There is also a sense of you really... having the power this week, okay? Having that power and gaining that power. And again, there is a sense of maybe you're asking yourself a lot of am I doing the right thing? Is this the right thing to do? Is this not the right thing to do? But this is a week. Once you can let go of those things that you know you shouldn't be doing, you're going to be fine. You're going to be 1000% fine. But a lot of it could be even there could be something that wasn't fair that happened to you that you may feel that since it this shouldn't have happened to me, but I can't let this affect the people within my orbit as well, the people that I give support to as well. Okay, now you do have the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. So I really love this. The King of Pentacles in your crown. So there is a sense of the King of Pentacles, not only is he the richest queen, he's a big protector, right? He's a big provider. And so there is a sense of you wanting that, to be able to provide and protect and to take care of those people within your kingdom, your family, relationship, your children, things like that. Remember, Jupiter is in your fourth house. Jupiter is in Taurus in your fourth house. King of Pentacles is Taurus. All right. You even see the bulls in his throne here. All right. So keep that in mind. That is a big thing. There is this level of success and wealth with the King of Pentacles. And that could be on your mind. All right. But wealth in terms of the world that you want to build for yourself, the world that you envision for yourself, having the resources to even build the, physical world you want to live in, especially remember, as I said, a lot of y'all are thinking about moving, okay, or have moved recently or will move, okay, by throughout this year. That's definitely going to be a thing. But also, money is a big factor. It is something that could be on your mind in terms of money is what's going to bring me that stability. Don't forget, Saturn, your co-ruler, being in Pisces, is in your second house. So a lot of building structure and a foundation around that now. With the Queen of Swords in the root of your spread, very interesting, because the Queen of Swords, not only is she also Libra, but she is very much like the Justice card. They're both very similar, very, very similar. Swords pointed to the sky. I mean, only the truth and nothing but the truth at this point. All right. But you having that power and authority, and also just being headstrong now, being headstrong, and that fairness is coming through, that justice is coming through, having your head above the clouds, really not letting any of your emotions cloud your judgment. Like, it's just, I just want the facts. I just want the facts. What's going on here? What's going on? But there's also, again, this personal, just like working with your karma is such a big thing. But it seems like it's all going to be in your favor. Okay, as long as you let this one thing go, because you also have the six of cups in your future. Hello, I love this. Love the fact the Six of Cups is there's a lot of comfort here, and this is also just so very interesting because it is the biggest house in tarot. A lot of y'all are moving into, and remember, Jupiter is a favorable planet. It's a benefic planet. So Jupiter being in your fourth house in your domestic sector, it just means like if you are moving, it is to a bigger place, a better place, or maybe you have had a child and now you got to move somewhere where now you have like a room for that child. So whatever it is, it's this expansion, but also just it makes you feel good. There's a lot of kindness in this card, and with this being the biggest house in tarot, a lot of comfort, a lot of protection. You're good. You're really good. There's also a sense of like just this emotional fulfillment that is coming through that is really nice. This moving into a place where you can just let your hair down and finally not stress about things. You're moving out of all this 12th house activity. With this, I mean, Mercury will be in Capricorn for a little bit longer, and so will Mars. But still, moving out of Capricorn season with, Pluto leaving Capricorn, moving into your sign. And again, we'll talk about this later, but there's going to be a lot of planets like building up in your sign as well. But you are moving into this place of comfort, and that potential is there as long as you be honest with yourself and face any truths that you need to and take action for it. But you're going to be fine. I mean, I love this Six of Cups. Let's get to your stuff. And if you are here for career, that's also maybe a thing that finding a lot of comfort in career and in work as well, especially because the sun in the Six of Cups is sun in Scorpio, which is your 10th house. So again, I love what I see. Love what I see. But definitely some part. Oh, wow. So, yeah. You're good. You're good. It's okay. Let's get started. So you did get the Empress. All right. Now, what I love about this is that, there's so much abundance here. It's just like, this is your soul glorified. This is, the Empress is a goddess. Okay. Not a priestess, not a queen, a goddess. Right. And so there's this abundance, there's this like, richness, there's this fertility, this, growth. Three is, not only like a development and advancement, but like birth of new things. Right. And so even pregnancy could be a thing, but, she is pregnant here. But what I love about this is you do see the symbol of Venus, like in the stone shaped heart here. So Venus being love and money and creativity and beauty and procreation, or sex. But okay, so you get it, right? And this is really, really nice because I'm going to show you something. You got the only two cards in all of tarot where they hold the golden scepter that creates that abundance and that wealth. And so you can have it all. You can have it all. You can have anything you want at this point. And it seems like you do want it. All right. It seems that you do want it. But you have to just make sure that it's again, take that action and leave the things that maybe like, draining your energy. Okay. And find that confidence to do so. If should there be anything that may be like holding you back, but you're fine. You have the King of Wands too. Your second king, the King of Wands. I mean, this is a big thing for you. It's a big thing for you, especially because I'm just going to show you something here. Look across your entire cross. Now, King of Wands is Leo. Okay, Leo happens to be your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. And we are approaching a full moon in Leo next week. We'll talk about that later. But remember how I said you see the couple from the Lover's card. Okay, so there's this element of partnerships and relationships. Justice is ruled by Libra. Libra is the native ruler of partnerships and relationships and marriage, right? And then you have the Six of Cups, which is the sense of harmony with other people, right? And so there is a sense of like partnerships and relationships here. This is kind of a really big thing for you. But at the end of the day, if you're not here for partnerships or relationships, whether in love, whether in career, because King of Wands is very career, right? Very, like he is, I say he's the Steve Jobs of tarot, very entrepreneurial, very inspirational, someone that worked his way up. He is the epitome of fire. He is all fire, fire, fire. I mean, that's what wands are, right? And so, and then again, like Leo being a fire sign, you can even see like the lions in his throne. But in any case, this is just having a lot of fire in your belly, like all that passion and sitting in this throne because you worked your way up. Very transformative king. This is a king that can change your life, okay? I mean, he does have the symbol of the Ouroboros in his throne. You see the salamander at his feet, which represents transformation. But you're really good. There is a sense of someone that could come through, especially because it is in your external factors area, the King of Wands, that really opens doors for you. Okay, someone that really helps you fuel your passions and get you to the point where you want to go. All right, so I really love this for you, and there is also just this sense of like winds of change, fiery winds of change that's pushing you forward, because you also got the Chariot. Really love this because it's been on your mind, right? The Chariot, if you think about your last spread, Chariot was in your crown, and now it's the third card in your staff. So the Chariot, it's all about that forward momentum, all that forward movement, leaving anything behind that no longer serves you well, leaving things that have been obstacles or have been challenges, and finding that willpower to do so. And so harness that energy. Remember, it's all about that action that you take that is going to move you forward. And then, hello, your life is changing. Your life is changing. You know that, right? That's my serious face. Aquarius, you just got the World, which is a big deal here. There is what I love about the World. Speaking of stability, this structure of stability that, you know, with Saturn and Pisces, especially with not only money matters, which is a thing for you, but also self-worth, self-value, that confidence to take this action, to move forward. The World is ruled by Saturn, okay? And so Saturn not only being your traditional ruler, but also, you know, being in Pisces and playing a pivotal role in the direction you go this year. But also, you see the 4 fixed signs on the corners of the World here. And so the fixed signs that bring that like stability, and you are a fixed sign, so you are in this card. This, like, you're good, because the World also indicates the end. So you're coming to the end of one journey, starting this new one. Okay. This is the end of the major arcanas, the Fool's journey, your journey, the hero's journey, new cycle to come. A lot of achievement here. Speaking of the Ouroboros here, you see them hidden in the wreath, right? The ribbons here. And so the Ouroboros, which is like life cycles, and again, Pluto moving into your sign is one of the biggest one, because Pluto is all about transformation and death and rebirth. And so you're good. You're good. You're evolving. You're moving into this next stage in your life, that a very new cycle. Okay, very new cycle. So be very proud of yourself. Be very proud of yourself. There is a sense of achievement. You know, the World, right? You go through all the dualities. You go through, you know, everything that you had to go through with the major arcanas, right? There's big moments in your life, but there is a sense of union now. Especially, I mean, you know, we started off with the Magician, right? With the Magician's baton, you You see the 2 here. This is the merging of everything, by the way. Even the dancing figure is referred to hermaphroditus, right? So the child of Hermaphrodite or Hermes and Aphrodite, so blended. So even like the merging of like all that masculine, feminine energy, you're good. You're good. Do you want me to do a clarifier because it's we're about to do your what's how much time? I'll do one. Oh my God. I'm joking. I'm not gonna sink in my chair and jump up and surprise you. But yay, come on. I will do a dramatic pause like this. You just got the world clarified. You got the Fool. So the end, coming back to the beginning with the Fool, kicking off the Fool's journey. I don't even know what to say at this point. As I pointed out earlier, the wreath shaped as a 0, referencing the Fool. So it's coming full circle. So when I say one chapter is closing and you're beginning a new one, you are truly beginning this new journey with the Fool standing on the edge of the cliff, no care in the world. There's a lot of innocence in this card. Him taking a leap of faith, knowing that he's protected, right? Remember, you have protection in your future, knowing that he's protected by the universe, having full faith in himself, this confidence that we were talking about in moving toward the things that you want now and beginning this new journey. Like, this is huge. This is major. You know it's major. You even see the full abundance of the sun here. And again, we are definitely moving into Aquarius season, the sun in Aquarius, the sun in your sign. And the last thing I'm going to point out, the Fool is actually I had to read it. And I'm a fool, right? The Fool is attributed to Uranus, which is your ruling planet, your modern ruler. And so a lot of Aquarius energy in the Fool. And so wow. Remember, you're in the world and the Fool, okay? You're in the world, a fixed sign, and then you're in the Fool with the fact that Uranus is your ruling planet. But again, that's also like just a hint toward family stuff as well, too, because remember, Uranus is in Taurus, right? In your 4th house of family, of the foundations of your life, of children, of home matters as well. But you can expect a really big change. Wow, that's big. This is big. Aquarius, well, there you go. Your life is changing. I've said it for a while, and I said, like, when Pluto moves into your sign, your life is going to change. And there you go. So Aquarius, thanks so much for being here. You've been so silly, Aquarius. Next week, by the way, yes, that full moon in Leo. We'll talk about that next week. Okay. I'll talk about that next week. That is, again, it's a really big full moon, and there is this sense of like closure that comes with full moons. And again, Leo being in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. It's a great full moon, though. It's a great full moon. So I don't like what it's just, it can be like ending one cycle, moving into a new one. So even like maybe like you've been dating someone, but now you're going to go steady or get proposed to. Anyway, we'll talk next week. All right. Thanks so much, Aquarius. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.